So we're doing a quick little update on the MGA Mark II. I have been working on it lately, but we haven't been actually filming working on it because one, I need to get it done. It's been sitting here way too long and I need it out of here and need to get it done really quickly. And it takes far too long to sit and film it versus just getting stuck in and doing it. And two, we've been having a lot of technical difficulties regarding cameras and microphones. And if you've noticed that our sound quality has been up and down a lot lately, we've been struggling with it, and we're looking at some all new equipment, trying to sort that out. But I just got stuck into it to get it done. And some of the updates we've done, we got a swaybar kit here. This is the ADDCO swaybar that's pretty readily available for these things. I personally don't like this kit that well. But then again, most aftermarket stuff really isn't that great anyway. Even if you're working on a Mustang, Charger, Camaro, whatever, even the name brand stuff isn't usually that great. At least the instructions aren't. But the brackets they provide here, they never fit right anymore. The last one I did, the gauge line, which is where the hole is in the bracket here, was completely different on both brackets. This time they were just too high, and there's no way you could have put a nut through there or get a nut on the back side of that. So I ended up plug welding them, putting new holes in there where they can actually fit. And then these U-bolts they give you here, they don't actually fit this very well, and you need to make a backing bar here if you really want it to fit right. That gives you room for the radius on the edge of the U here, plus it spreads the load out a little bit, because if you don't do something like this, this can crack over time. And we went ahead and got a new bracket welded on here, because this was broken off here. And that's why I always tell people, if that nut's not coming off, don't force it. Just split the nut and get the nut off there, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to weld all new brackets on there. So we did get the new radiator pan welded in here too, along with the brackets here. Somebody he was looking at parts with, he found had a Mark II lower pan with the oil cooler holes already in it. And this is a Mark II, but this one wasn't originally equipped with the oil cooler, but he's gonna, I guess, put one on. So we got that in there done. And then in the back here, originally, he had bought this trunk floor to put in there because there was holes in the trunk floor, and after looking at this, he's like, yeah, that's kind of a piece of crap. A lot of this aftermarket stuff for these are less than ideal. So we had cut a whole trunk floor section out of one of the cars that I had laying around my old shop before I moved, and saved it till we got to the project. So I got this welded in here yesterday. I know it's got a little pitting in it, but this is only going to be a driver, and it kind of matches the pitting in the rest of it. So he's just fine with that. Now all I got to do at this point is he's going to be coming over here later today, and we're going to be making sure I didn't forget anything that he wanted to do here. We're going to set the body back on the chassis, and then he can bring a trailer and come get it. So once he picks up the MGA, that's going to make us some room to be able to start getting the cars back in and cycling through like we normally see here on this channel. And we got a number of cars already lined up waiting to come in, like a clutch that's not working on a midget. We got a MGA that hasn't been run in many, many years, a TD that might be coming in that hasn't run in a while, and some more stuff coming up.